Have you ever wondered what it takes to change history? What if the person who saved a president was someone everyone underestimated? In 1856, a young widow named Kate Warne walked into the Pinkerton Detective Agency in Chicago. Allan Pinkerton, the founder, assumed she was there for a secretarial job. When she announced she wanted to be a detective, the men in the room were stunned. They told her it was no place for a woman. Her reply would echo through history: "I can go where you can't." She argued that a woman could befriend the wives and girlfriends of criminals, gaining their confidence and uncovering secrets men could never access. She could adopt disguises, moving through social circles unnoticed. Pinkerton, a man who valued innovation, was convinced. He hired her on the spot, making Kate Warne the first female detective in America. Her early cases proved her theory correct. She was a master of disguise and infiltration. In one major case involving a large sum of money stolen from the Adams Express Company, Kate became the confidant of the primary suspect's wife. She learned everything: where the money was hidden, who was involved, and how they planned to escape. Thanks to her undercover work, the agency recovered almost all of the stolen funds, a massive success that solidified her reputation. She wasn't just a novelty. She was one of Pinkerton's best agents. He even created a female detective bureau and put her in charge. She was a natural leader, training other women to follow in her footsteps, expanding the agency's capabilities in ways no one had ever imagined. But her most legendary case was yet to come. In early 1861, America was on the brink of a terrible conflict. Abraham Lincoln had just been elected president and was scheduled to travel by train from his home in Illinois to Washington, D.C. for his inauguration. Allan Pinkerton was hired by a railroad executive who feared a plot to sabotage the rail lines during Lincoln's journey. Pinkerton dispatched his best agents, including Kate Warne, to investigate. Kate traveled to Baltimore, a city simmering with secessionist sentiment and a known hotspot for anti-Lincoln groups. Posing as a wealthy Southern lady with a thick accent, she effortlessly infiltrated the city's most exclusive social gatherings. She charmed her way into circles of powerful and dangerous men, listening to their whispers and heated arguments. While the male detectives struggled to get inside these secretive groups, Kate was being invited to their parties. She learned that the threat wasn't just against the railroad. It was an assassination plot targeting the president-elect himself. The plan was to strike while Lincoln was changing trains in Baltimore. The city's layout required him to travel between two separate stations, making him a vulnerable target in the crowded streets. Kate gathered the crucial details: when and where the attack would happen. She pieced together information from multiple sources, confirming the danger was real and imminent. She worked alongside other Pinkerton agents, but her unique access provided the final, undeniable proof of the plot. Time was running out. Pinkerton and Warne had to get this information to Lincoln's security team. They raced to intercept the presidential train. Imagine the scene: a high-stakes meeting in a hotel room where Kate Warne and Allan Pinkerton laid out the entire conspiracy to Lincoln's advisors. Some were skeptical. An assassination attempt on a president-elect? It seemed unthinkable. But Kate's detailed, first-hand intelligence was too compelling to ignore. They devised a daring counterplan. To avoid the trap in Baltimore, Lincoln would have to travel through the city in secret, hours ahead of his published schedule. This is where Kate's role became even more critical. The new plan required absolute secrecy and perfect execution. She was tasked with managing the logistics for the secret leg of the journey. She secured a sleeping car on a late-night train heading from Harrisburg to Baltimore, reserving the berths under the guise that they were for her invalid brother and his family. The invalid brother was, of course, Abraham Lincoln. On the night of the secret trip, Kate met Lincoln at the station. She never broke character, treating him as her sick relative, helping him board the train without raising any suspicion. Throughout the tense overnight journey, Kate Warne stayed awake, watching over the future president, the man who would soon lead the nation through its darkest. Hours slept while his life was guarded by the country's first female detective. Pinkerton famously wrote that he felt a great sense of relief knowing that Mrs. Warne was watchful. They arrived in Baltimore in the dead of night, long before the would-be attackers expected him. The transfer between stations went off without a hitch. By dawn, Abraham Lincoln was safely in Washington, D.C., and the nation was oblivious to how close it had come to disaster. The newspapers the next day mocked Lincoln for sneaking into the Capitol. But those who knew the truth understood that the quick thinking and incredible bravery of a few individuals, led by the intelligence gathered by Kate Warne, had saved his life. Kate Warne's story doesn't end there. During the Civil War, she continued to serve as a spy for the Union, using her mastery of disguise to gather intelligence from behind enemy lines. She ran the headquarters for female agents and informants in Washington, D.C., coordinating espionage operations that were vital to the war effort. Her work was dangerous and often uncredited, but her impact was undeniable. Tragically, her life was cut short. Kate Warne passed away from an illness in 1868 at the young age of 34. Allan Pinkerton, the man who took a chance on her, was devastated. He buried her in his family plot in Chicago, a testament to the deep respect and admiration he had for her. Her headstone simply reads, Kate Warne. Her story was largely forgotten for over a century, buried in old agency files and historical footnotes. But she broke down barriers and proved that a woman's intellect and intuition were powerful tools in a world dominated by men. She wasn't just a detective. She was a pioneer, a spy, and a patriot who protected a president and served her country in its time of greatest need. She went where men couldn't and changed the course of history because of it. What do you think is the most impressive part of Kate's story? Her bravery, her intelligence, or her ability to shatter expectations? Let us know with a one-word comment: brave, smart, or pioneer. To uncover more hidden stories of heroes who changed the world, be sure to like this video and subscribe. The next case file is waiting.